Welcome back, friends, followers, and subscribers. Today is my 200th video. Yes, I'm surprised. I've done 200 videos since 2015, so it's crazy. And a lot of you have been there from the beginning, and I got a lot of new friends and subscribers and followers, and I thank you, each and every one of you, for liking or leaving a comment or even subscribing. It means so much to me. Um, Eventually, I like to get a better way of doing this, to where when you see the shirts that I'm wearing, it's not backwards. It's like looking into an opposite way of a mirror, because when you look in a mirror, it goes the other way. Anyway, enough of all that. I just wanted to say, appreciate each and every one of you. And if you have watched all 200 videos, kudos to you, because I don't think I could sit down and watch 200 videos of anyone. Especially, you don't want to see this face for that many episodes, but you probably don't. I think there might have been like maybe 10 videos I didn't even show my face. But anyway, well, today I'm going to do a movie review, which most of the time I do reviews, I have the physical copy on me. This is the Netflix Texas Chainsaw Massacre that was released a week ago, about 8 days ago, actually. And there's been a lot of people that disliked it. There's been a lot of people that loved it, and there's a lot of people that's like in between. I'm kind of the one of the people that try to see both grounds, both sides of the story, where why people didn't like it and why people loved it. So I'm kind of one of those people right down the middle. That's why I've always not really considered myself part of the human horror community, and those that love being in the horror community, I respect each and every one of you that enjoy that. And for the ones who don't like to be associated with that, I respect you as well. I'm kind of like in the middle ground when it comes to something like that. But for instance, the review for me, I gave it a 7.5 out of 11, which is not a bad rating, for as far as I'm concerned. Um, I've seen a lot worse, and I've seen a lot of really bad dialogue and acting and direction and so on and so forth. There is, I can agree to a certain extent with some of the people that there's not really much to care about in the movie. The characters are not very likable, and you don't really care what happens to them. Which, for me, not all horror films am I into watching. Let's say, like, let's say Leatherface Texas Chainsaw Massacre 3. There's a lot of throwaway characters in the movie, um, and I'm in it for the fun, the gore, the violence. Maybe Leatherface Texas Chainsaw Massacre 3 really isn't a good observation. Let's take Street Trash. Street Trash, for instance, a trauma film movie, or not a trauma movie, but that movie, by all standards, is very bad as far as acting. A lot of the actors really didn't do much after that, and if they did, they weren't well known. Um, but I didn't care for much for that movie. I do like it for all the gore and the crazy stuff that goes on throughout the movie. But for instance, this movie, Texas Chainsaw Massacre, which is supposed to be set like 47, 48 years after the events of the first Texas Chainsaw Massacre, and we've already seen this kind of situation happen at least once or twice already. My personal favorites are the first three Texas Chainsaw Massacre movies. I did like the remake in the beginning in 3D, and part four was, it was iffy. But there's a lot of funny parts in part four, and to see Matthew McConaughey act like a complete nut is is crazy, and to see a very young Renee Zellweger was interesting. Now, Leatherface is supposed to be like the beginning of the original Texas Chainsaw Massacre, and So we've already seen 2 beginnings of each film. Anyway, getting off course here, Texas Chainsaw Massacre, which they dropped is a fun movie, and it's not very long. It's a fun movie if you're in it to watch Leatherface just totally annihilate anybody that gets in his way. And that's, if you're in it for that, you're definitely going to enjoy this one. If you're in it to learn the characters and to like the characters, you might want to stay away from this. I'm not going to give away too much of the movie, but I am going to say the biggest complaint that I hear from a lot of people, and from myself, was how bad they used the Sally Hardesty character in the movie. I understand that the late Marilyn Burns, God bless her soul, was not able to play in this, and they wanted to set up kind of like they did the Halloween 2018, where they brought back a character from a previous film and bring it in 40 years later. Anyway, I understand what they're trying to do, but you should actually try to do your own originality on something like that. Try not to copy another franchise. But that being said, it is what it is, and it's been over 8 days, and the people are going to hate this movie. There's people going to love this movie. I got a lot of friends that love this movie, and I've got some friends that hate this movie. So I'm right split down down the middle. I don't hate it, but I don't love it. I definitely look at the stupid curl in the back of my hair. I hate that. Anyway, sometimes when I'm talking, I look at things in the background and just get distracted. Anyway, the blood and the gore was actually pretty good, even though CGI, and we live in the day and age that practical effects and movies are pretty much done and gone with. So you're not gonna see very many of those. There might be few and far between that actually get to see that. So, do I think they'll make a sequel? Yeah, I say they probably will. I just hope that they can go into direction of continuation instead of keep making these prequels and remakes and actually make a sequel. I mean, look how well the Halloween 2018 and Halloween Kills did, and now they're going to do Halloween Ends. So if they can just keep on that trend and not just like waver and like say, well, it's been 10 years now, I think maybe we'll go back and make a remake of Texas Chainsaw Massacre or do another prequel. Whatever. And don't even get me started on Friday the 13th. It's been 13 years and we still don't have a Friday the 13th movie. And it's been, 12 years and we still have a Nightmare on Elm Street film. And if you're counting as far as the original Nightmare on Elm Street, we haven't seen an actual Nightmare on Elm Street sequel since '94. Anyway, Texas Chainsaw, dropping the and just using Texas Chainsaw Massacre, like I said, I give it a 7.5. There might be people that give it an 8.5. There might be people that give it a 5, maybe even less. But for me, it was good, fun, and I enjoyed every minute of it. And I've seen it 3 times since it came out on Netflix. I hope that Netflix releases this either on DVD or Blu-ray. Sometimes they don't really release their movies or shows on physical media, but it would be nice to have that so I can have the entire series. I've got the first 4 and then the remake, the beginning, and Leatherface all on DVD, and then I've got Texas Chainsaw 3D on streaming on Vudu. So, but yes, it's not the worst of the series, it's not the best of the series, but it was a fun, bloody, good time to me and to a lot of fans that don't like to sway one way or the other. They go right down to a minimum like me, and they agree on either point. So, that being said, thank you for staying around all this time where I took so much long time off and then I didn't do any reviews. And thanks for the new subscribers for enjoying my content. Hopefully I can just once I get a better camera or I get a better computer and set it up in a better room, I'll be able to do a lot more videos. And because I don't really like the progress of saying where, like I said, and seeing the shirt backwards, and then all that other stuff. But anyway, thank you for subscribing. Thank you for watching the review. I try to make my videos not so long, but sometimes it's not easy when you get stuck on a certain subject and you just want to keep talking about it. But so anyway, have a great weekend, and hopefully enjoy. Hopefully this weather starts getting better. That would be really nice if the weather started getting better. It's kind of in between cool and nice outside today, but hopefully this week will be better. And hopefully it doesn't snow on my birthday, because it's like, what is it, like 18, 19 days away. All right, so now I've went on to another tangent. Anyway, hopefully you have a great weekend, and like I said, if you haven't already and you're watching this video for the first time, hit that like button and hit that subscribe button and hit that bell if you want to get notified for any upcoming videos that I do. Throw in, I'm trying to think about like throwing like another video during the week, maybe like a show of my collection video or something like that. If you have any comments down below, what kind of videos you like to see, just leave it down in the comments below, and I will message you back. So great. Later.